I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what to say to make you laugh before we start this show. I'm not really feeling creatively juiced today. What can I say? Do you have steroids? Do you have any steroids that I could use so I could be funnier?
I think I have like an old inhaler somewhere in my moving boxes. I don't know.
Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at TABPOD. Check us out wherever you social media at TABPOD. If you are looking for the podcast, then just look for a conversation with Judy and Ryan. Please remember to like, subscribe, but most importantly, we love it when you share the content. We really love it when you tell people about the content. So please, wherever you are, just stop for a second and yell, "Listen to a conversation with Judy and Ryan," right? Just one time, then you walk on. You don't have to explain anything. If you're in your car at a stoplight, you put down the window and you just yell to the car next to you, "Listen to a conversation with Judy and Ryan." And then you're good. You put the window up, they're going to be like yelling back at you like, "What do you mean? What?" But don't say anything, because then they're just going to be, I guess I got to check out whatever this A Conversation with Judy and Ryan thing is and go about my day.
Exactly.
Little housekeeping before we get started with the show. I mean, honestly, before I do that, though, I do want to make sure to say, regardless of what you do, we appreciate you guys. Like, the fact that you partake in the show at all, more than enough. More, if you can do a little bit extra, we appreciate that. But whatever you do is more than enough. And now, on to the housekeeping. Speaking of doing more, like I would say, you're fine, but do more. We have a Patreon. We officially have a Patreon. It is up and running at TABPOD. For $1, you're just saying, thanks for doing what you do. We're not giving you anything for $1, right? Not saying that I don't appreciate $1. But for $5 a month, you're gonna get put on. No. There we go. For $5 a month, you're gonna get put on that ticker right there, right? And we're not gonna mention your name, but your name will appear on that ticker whenever it's up. We're gonna have show announcements that we don't end up talking about during the show, as well as making sure that all of our patrons are known and appreciated right there. So please, if you can, we would really appreciate. Go take a look at the Patreon. See what you'd like to donate. There's multiple tiers at TABPOD. Who knew? Who knew that would be the Patreon?
Look at us just expanding.
We're trying. We are so trying.
I love that for us.
We gotta make it work somehow. All right. The Olympics are starting this Friday. Yeah, I thought they were happening sooner than that because, well, games are being played. I keep getting announcements about soccer, and we've seen LeBron James being LeBron James against Germany and all that stuff. But the Olympics are starting. And I was going through the list of actual sports that they have for the Olympics. Okay. Judy, we got too many sports I don't care about. Okay? We have too many sports I do not care about. In my opinion, the Olympic Games have kind of jumped the shark. And don't get it twisted when I say that, because I know jumping the shark means that it's out of its prime, and that kind of entails that people aren't going to watch it. I know that people are going to watch it because it's something that happens once every 4 years, and it gives us bragging rights against other countries, right? Of course. So no matter what, people are going to watch it. But you know how I know that it's jumped the shark?
How do you know?
Because, it's the only time in the Winter Olympics that people care about curling, right? Curling, where they shove the little puck down the ice and then someone with a broom comes along and is like,
Yeah.
Oh, I think I lost Judy.
No, I'm still here.
No, you're breaking up. But also the stuff that they've now added to it is really like they've added flag football, which it's football, but flag football. They've added 3-on-3 basketball. Why? Why?
And how do they decide which players play on the 3-on-3 and
I don't. It's probably the same way that they do everything else. There are tryouts. But the one thing that, like, for me is really bugging me, they added breakdancing. They added pop, locking, and dropping to the Olympics. Someone is gonna get a gold medal for spinning on their head. I don't know. This year, it's the first year that breakdancing is part of the Olympics. So honestly, I went through the entire list of sports, and these are the ones that I could just get rid of wholesale.
Okay.
Breakdancing, rhythmic gymnastics. That's the one where they have the little flag or the ribbon, and they're following the ribbon everywhere or dancing with it. Badminton, which in my opinion is just poor tennis. It's just boring tennis. You got the 3-on-3 basketball. You got equestrian, which is just the horse should get the gold medal. That's why I'm taking that out. I'm not saying that the horse isn't doing the work, and I'm not saying that the human doesn't have to do some of the work, but it's the horse. It's the horse should get the medal. Flag football, obviously. Judo, karate, and taekwondo, or any martial art, but that's because I would replace it with something else, which we will get to in a second. And shooting. Taking a gun and shooting it.
Like at a clay thingy disc?
Like at a target, at a stationary target.
Oh. Okay. I didn't know that was also.
At least with archery, you gotta have physicality to pull the bow back, hold it, let it go properly, and then hit the target. But we're just shooting with a gun, and then we have to, it's really far though. So you get a gold medal for having the best eyesight. Good for you. Good for you. So these are the things that I would get rid of. Now, going back, here's what I would add. I'm not gonna replace everything. But if we want to really spice up the Olympics, we really want to get people watching.
Yeah.
First thing, and this is just because so many people play it across the world, cricket and or baseball. Just add that in. And then we could see how cricket's actually played, because I've never actually watched a cricket game. I would if it was during the Olympics. All right, replacing all of the martial arts, that's because we just have MMA now. We just put in mixed martial arts. And if you just want to go into that tournament with your judo, with your karate, with your taekwondo, have at it. But everyone goes into a big mixed pot, and we see who the world's #1 fighter is.
Right.
Here are the ones that I personally would love to see in there.
Okay.
Tetherball. Remember tetherball on the playgrounds?
Yes.
Think of how exciting that would be, right? USA serves it, and then they're going against Russia, who returns and gets a swooping hit on it so high that the USA defender can't actually reach the ball. So they have to climb the pole in order to get to the ball. They hit it right at the end, and then they return it. Oh my God. The drama that would be with tetherball. Speaking of drama, tug of war. That was the most exciting part of Squid Game. After the stupid part with the cookie, where they had to lick their cookie. Well, that's gonna get clipped. But where they had to lick the cookie and take it out. The tug of war. Think of how cool that would be.
What? Tug of war. Yes, I would love to see that.
Spike ball. Have you seen spike ball played?
No.
I didn't think you had. I came prepared.
Spike ball.
See, so it's basically inverted volleyball. They hit the ball off a trampoline, and then the other team has to return it. And it just keeps going circle and circle around. And this, in my opinion, much more exciting than badminton. You have 85 different swimming events. We can't get spike ball to be played. Come on, people. And then last but not least, tag.
Okay.
I know what you're thinking. Huh, tag? You mean like everyone gets on a field and we just chase each other?
Yeah.
And then, you got to freeze? No!
No!
That's right, Judy.
No!
I'm talking about actual professional tag like we see right here.
There's professional tag.
Yes, and basically it's parkour and tag mixed together. Because what you'll see...
God.
You will see this guy chasing, if you're looking at TABPOD, the guy in the red is chasing the guy in the black. And they have about 30 seconds, or maybe less, to catch him. But do you understand the athleticism and the creativity that is happening right now? Trying to maneuver yourself and trick the other guy into chasing you in a way that will not actually get you caught? Oh, man. That's what we look like. We don't need breakdancing. We don't need rhythmic gymnastics. We need tag. Let's bring in Generation Z on this, and then we'll have some Olympics that maybe haven't jumped the shark.
No, not bad. Those are pretty good suggestions there. I like it.
Is there a sport that you feel like I missed that you would want to see in the Olympics somewhere?
I don't know. Because some of these I didn't even know existed, like tag.
What? You really got to broaden your horizons past you got to broaden your horizons past the 3 cat videos you watch on TikTok. Okay, we need you to look at more stuff.
Look, all my For You page is just cat videos and like House of the Dragon stuff. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Just put into the search bar sports.
No,
just so that every
sports.
Yeah, just so that every now and then like a random sport clip will pop up.
I do get random sports clips, but that's like the popular sports, like football and hockey.
That's because you put in Dallas Cowboys, and it's like, well, we know she likes this.
Wait. Let me just say, first of all, I got a random Houston Texan video on my For You page, and it was Stephon Diggs. And I go, why is this on my For You page? How did it get here? I don't like anything that's Houston related. Like, where did you come from?
As we always say, fuck you, Houstons. Like, come on.
Yeah, although I know, there's that hurricane that went through, so.
Oh, they had a hurricane?
Yeah, they did. Hurricane Beryl came through.
Hurricane Burrow. Joe Burrow and the Bengals came through and beat their asses.
Beryl.
Beryl?
Beryl, I think is the name of it.
Beryl?
Mm-hmm.
Who do they name that after? I thought they used to name them after like actual names. My favorite is that they used to name them after females. Like, we can't do that anymore. That's not fair. I don't know where they
got the name Beryl from. Who is?
It would have been much funnier if it was Burrow. Okay, I would like to start a petition and have it so that hurricane gets renamed Hurricane Burrow. Did you see
the
him
new Slim Shady? Oh, God.
I was gonna say, did you see him at practice? He shaved his hair to a buzz cut and bleached it, so he looks like Eminem back in the late '90s, early 2000s. It's an interesting look, to say the least.
I know people were speculating, like, so did he have headlights? Did he have? I forgot what the other ones was. The headlights made me laugh. I was like, oh, poor Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he got it at one of the many white parties he goes to. He's like, I gotta shave my hair now. Oh,
God, not a good look. Not a good look, Joe. Sorry.
Now, some people might think that I'm weird because I want to get rid of these long-standing traditional sports like rhythmic gymnastics. Okay, but that's how I feel about it. And we all have feelings about certain things. Judy has feelings about food.
Me.
And she was telling me that there is a type of food that she can only eat one way. Yes. And I'm not going to lie. When she told me, I just kind of looked at her like, you're fucking weird, bro. Because I am. Not to be judgmental about it, but you tell them.
Yes. All right. So During one of my lunches, I was eating. What was I eating? Oh, I think I was eating like Indian food, right? Like butter chicken with some naan and rice, right?
Okay.
And I'm eating it, and I go, "Why does this taste weird?" And they put cilantro on my butter chicken, and I didn't think that cilantro goes into butter chicken like that. And I go, "This is just so gross. Like I hate cilantro like this." But then the other day, I'm here like putting cilantro and onions on my tacos. Like, I love that shit. Cilantro onions on my street tacos, that's where it's at. But then I go, I don't like it in anything else except for my taco. And I'm like, is that weird? Like, does anybody else feel about like this with other things? And then I remember when I was younger, I used to hate raw onions unless they were in like pico de gallo.
So that one kind of makes more sense to me because it's kind of, the onion is kind of getting muddled with everything else, all the other flavors in there, I should say, because it's all mixed together. And so maybe the raw onion by itself, because it's a very powerful flavor, right? So maybe the raw onion by itself, or like in a sandwich or whatever, I can understand how maybe that wouldn't work for you. This cilantro thing is throwing me off.
I don't know if it's something that happens when cilantro gets all warm.
No, because you're eating buttered chicken. Were you eating cold buttered chicken?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, the buttered chicken was warm, so the cilantro, like, warmed up in it.
No, because then you'd be saying that your tacos are cold. Like, it's warm regardless.
I don't know. I feel like the cilantro doesn't get as warm on your taco as it does if it gets in a stew.
Okay, so then what I want you to do then is I want you to freeze some cilantro the next time you have buttered chicken and throw the frozen cilantro onto your chicken and see what happens, okay? Maybe then you'll be like, oh, no, you're going to be like, this is still gross.
It's something. I don't know what it is. And I wish I could say something else about, like, mushrooms, but nah, I don't fuck with mushrooms like that, so... Cooked, raw, I don't like it.
I don't have anything that I can think of off the top of my head. And I can't think of a single thing that I don't like except in a specific dish. Yeah, no. I mean, please, if you guys have anything, let us know in the comments.
Please let me know that I'm not alone in this. Like, there has to be somebody else out there.
Or tell her that she is alone and she's going to be alone on this sad cilantro island for the rest of her days.
Look, I mean, at least I don't have that weird genetic where cilantro tastes like soap to me.
Oh, don't put those people, they can't do anything about that. That's mean what you're doing right now.
That wasn't mean.
That is mean. You say, hey, at least I'm not a freak like you cilantro soap people.
Like that? Oh my God.
I am offended for them. How about that? Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't have a yeah. Otherwise I need to get an usher. Yeah.
No.
No, like I'm really trying to think if there's anything that I don't like in a specific food, or I like it in a food and then not in anything else. Cause
pineapples.
I love pineapple in everything. Pizza,
I know you
salsa, whatever you name it, I'll eat it. I'm gonna come up with a pineapple sandwich
salsa?
now. Yeah, you never had that?
I had mango salsa, but I don't think I've ever had pineapple.
Well, it's the same thing, except substitute the mango. It's the same thing as every salsa. You just substitute the tomato for whatever other fruit you're using, and there you go. No, because I even like salt on my watermelon. Like, I'm trying. I'm trying real hard. All right, I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay. I appreciate you trying.
Yeah. I can't not hear Usher in my head now. Oh. Okay. All right.
Oh,
well,
man.
rather than trying to think about all the foods that I've eaten over. Okay, here's a food question for you. Pop-Tarts. Are you a hot or a cold girl?
Ooh, cold or just straight out of the package?
So room temperature or cold, not toasted?
Not toasted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I remember there was one specific Pop-Tart that I liked to eat when it was like frozen. So like I threw it in the freezer and then I like it like that too. But
so
none of it warm.
I'm with you on the frozen, on the certain type. Like if it's chocolate, the reason I bring this up, I had some Oreo cookie Pop-Tarts the other day. Threw them bad boys in the freezer. Oh, so good. But if it's any of like the actual breakfast ones, so strawberry, brown sugar, cherry, any of those need to be toasted. If you prefer to eat them room temperature, there's something wrong with you. And look, I'm not saying if you can only eat them at room temperature. If that's all you got, look, you're running behind and you just got to throw something in your face so that you can be sustained. Okay, I get that. But if you have the choice and you choose not to put it in the toaster, there's something wrong with you and you need to have your head studied a little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay, so
I want you to put cilantro on your Pop-Tart.
That's disgusting. See how that goes. Why would you do that?
What? We don't know. Maybe you'll like it.
No.
I'm just this is you. This is you not wanting to open your palate up to new things and new possibilities, okay? You're a backwards eater.
Put cilantro on my Pop-Tarts.
Do you like them cold? So you get some cold Pop-Tarts, you sprinkle a little cilantro on there, you pop it in your mouth, see what happens.
Oh my God, no.
All right, no, I'm sorry. I've been stalling because I really didn't want to have to tell this story because it's kind of embarrassing, and it's about Asher.
I love these stories.
And just how he's always making my life interesting, always doing that. So we went to one of his soccer games. This is a couple weeks ago, but we went to one of his soccer games. And he's really not into wanting to be a goalie this year. He likes, because it's kind of boring. He's just sitting in the goal most of the time. Right, and then it's moments of excitement. And then if he doesn't, it's like being a kicker in the NFL. Because it's boring. And then you have 3 seconds and you're either the greatest player on the team or you're the worst player on the team. So he's more been wanting to move into defense. The issue for that is the kid's got no cardio, okay? And I say that as his father. Like, I don't have any either, but the kid's got none. He runs for 13 seconds, and then he's like, water break? Water! No. So what has been happening is there's a kid on his team that is really, really good. And he's so good that he can play goal in the first half and then play offense for the team in the second half. Wow. I think the coach does that on purpose because she knows that most likely the team is going to be at a disadvantage going into the second half. So that we need all of our offensive power out there for the second half. So what's been happening is that kid will play the first half and then Asher will play goalie for the second half of the game. And so a couple weeks ago, it's not a great day for him in general. He was either up late or woke up early. He's super tired, grumpy, all the things. So when he gets to be in goal for the second half, I can just tell by his body language, oh, this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good at all. And of course, he lets in like 4 or 5 goals. Now, before anyone's like, damn, 4 or 5 goals in soccer. It's indoor soccer. The goals happen, like it's real common to have like 5 to 12 score games. So he lets in like 4 or 5 goals. And after the game, I'm talking to him like, you know what, buddy? Like, I'm not upset that you let the goals in. I'm upset that you didn't really try your hardest.
Right.
I'm tired. Yeah, I get that you're tired, but like life doesn't care if you're tired. Sometimes you're going to have to go to work and you'll be like, well, I couldn't sleep last night, but you don't have any sick days left. So you gotta go in. Or you have a meeting the day that you need to go in before you didn't sleep. So you're like, I can't miss this meeting. There's a million reasons. So I'm telling him that. And while I'm talking to him, a gentleman comes up to me. And he goes, hi, what's your name? I was like, my name's Ryan. What's your name?
Yeah.
I'm Jim. And he tells me about how he's a parent to one of these outdoor soccer leagues, and his team just lost their goalie, and he would like for Asher to be on this outdoor club's team. Wow. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, this kid just let in 4 goals and you want him to be on the team? Okay. Like, look, I don't know.
But okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's asking me for my email and my phone number so that we can text. He's showing me like the websites to show that it's legit and everything. And I'm like, okay, okay. And then after me and him are done talking, he turns to Asher and he goes, Asher, I just want you to know, I was really, really impressed with you. Okay, the skill that you brought to the game was exceptional. And I'm thinking to myself, well, it sounds like you're laying it on thick, bro. Like,
yeah.
As long as his mom says it's cool, we'll probably just say yes. So you don't have to keep going. But he's like, yeah, you were making some moves that were really exciting. Now, what I want to tell you though, Asher, is that your second half wasn't great. So if you didn't play as well as you did in the first half, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. And then at this moment, it dawns on me. He thinks that my kid was the goalie in the first half of the game.
Oh, no.
Asher's getting recruited because of somebody else's play. So I can't let it go on like this. So once they're done talking, I do the thing where like you turn so your back is kind of cutting off the other party. So I'm cutting Asher off and I go, I want you to know, and I really appreciate the offer, but that wasn't Asher in the first half. And the dad looked at me and he goes, what? What do you mean? I was like, yeah, the kid in the first half was the one who wears the pink socks. I don't know if you noticed, but he was playing offense in the second half, and Asher played defense in the first half. And the guy looks at me and just goes, well, we kind of still need somebody, so I guess it's cool if you want to. Oh, man. I went from being the proudest dad. Yes, he's getting recruited based off his raw athletic skill, to being the most embarrassed person because my kid is now being a Nepo baby, but a Nepo baby off of someone else's talent.
Damn.
Long story long, I didn't get a email or a phone call from that dad. He did not end up calling me.
I'm sorry.
Honestly, it's okay because everyone then it turns into a whole other thing where I guess when you go to the club level, because the EP used to play soccer, his mom used to play soccer, so, and I guess it's more aggressive, right? Mm-hmm. And I said, I personally think Asher has the ability to be aggressive, but he's not. I don't think that he is coached in a way. And I'm not saying that the coach needs to start doing this. I just don't think he's coached in a way that tells him that he needs to be aggressive. I think that every time in his life that he's been aggressive in some way, we've said, stop what you're doing. That's too much. No more fights. No more this, no more that.
No more
that. And so now he's just like, well, I don't want to get it. And I don't want to get in trouble. And then the one time he was aggressive on the field, is the only time that I've ever seen anyone in this indoor soccer league get a card. He's the only person I've ever seen get carded. It was a blue card. We're still confused on. Yeah,
there's a blue card.
That's what we've all been saying. So we're a little confused on that. But he got blue carded because the other team had the ball and he did like a missile drop kick dive into the ball, and the ref was just like, no more of that. Blue card. So that's the only time I've seen him get aggressive. He got punished for that then. So I really do think that if he was coached in a way that told him how to be aggressive properly, that it would help him out. And then everyone tells me to that, well, all the other kids are aggressive. I'm like, yeah, but have you seen their parents? Most of them are fucking assholes. And I hear about it during the entire games. Oh, I hate that dad. Oh, I hate that mom. Oh, I hate that dad. Oh, well, what do you think's happening at home? You think that they're just being G. Willikers golly super cool fun dad that doesn't actually ever worry about anything? Or do you think he's a fucking dick at home too? That's probably why they're a little more aggressive. Now, could Asher also work on that? Yes. And do I think that a big part of why he's not aggressive when he's on the field is that he is gassed after 13 seconds? Yes. But I do think that if he got some coaching towards that, it would be a lot better. But nope. Everyone around me unanimously agreed that that kid cannot be aggressive and he's a pansy and that I'm wrong. And so you know what? Fine. I'm over it. I'm over him getting recruited because of someone else's talent. I don't care anymore. I'm done. I don't even like soccer this much. Why am I getting all upset? God damn.
I don't know, but I had to Google real quick about this whole blue card thing. So apparently it's the International Football Association Board that's announcing this new blue card thing. Okay. However, FIFA is not going to implement it.
Luckily, I don't think he's on the level of FIFA at this moment. Maybe we can get a couple of kids to play in the first half and trick somebody into thinking that Asher played all of those positions, and then we can get him into FIFA. But until then, I think we're safe. I think we're safe.
I think you guys are good. Poor Asher. That sucks. He's hyping him up.
Honestly, I think he was just as confused as the rest of us, to be quite fair. Yeah, but anytime that the spotlight is on him, I'm good. Let's go. What's up? Yes, I'm ready. Okay? You need a goalie? I'll be the goalie.
Yeah.
I'm the greatest thing ever. I just remember what the guy said. If you played the first half like you played in the second half, he said this word for word, we would not be having this conversation right now.
Damn.
Oh, man.
That's crazy. Okay.
All right. We got about 10 minutes left. Mm-hmm. So you know what we do towards the end of the first half. It's time for Am I Overreacting?
I love these. I will say.
All right. Am I overreacting? Friend sent dick pic. Hello, my fellow Redditors. Yesterday, I was checking my Snapchat when my best friend sent me a picture. Innocently, I opened it. My entire screen was full of his hairy penis. I am a man, a straight man. He deleted it and apologized, but I cannot get his hairy dick out of my mind. Again, I am straight. I feel like he took something from me. My innocence, my morality, my relationship with God. I haven't spoken to him since. Am I overreacting?
Yes. What the fuck? Don't you see dicks in just swinging around when you're at what are those called? When you're getting ready in the showers and the gym or
apparently not. This is one of those, right, by the way, yes, 100% overreacting. This is one of those where I wish that everyone who posted one of these, sometimes they do, most of the times they do, but I wish everyone posted their age. Because if I see anything under 20, I'm going to the next one. Because sometimes your brain just ain't developed enough, or you haven't watched enough porn, or something like that has you. Because I feel like this was written by like a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old, something like that. It's like, I'm too straight to ever see a dick.
Yeah, like, bro, have you watched like the first episode of like Euphoria out here? Dicks are
probably not.
Everywhere.
His parents probably don't let him do it. Mom, can I watch Euphoria? No, go to bed. All right, so that was more of a joke one because I knew that we were both going to say that person was overreacting.
Ridiculous.
However, I do have one that I'm interested to get your thoughts on.
Okay.
Am I overreacting at my husband's ignorance and misogyny? My husband and I were discussing weight loss, and I mentioned how it's scientifically proven women have a harder time losing weight than men, especially around menopause due to different hormones. He said he's tired of women playing the gender card, and he doesn't buy into most of it. I pretty much lost my shit because we've been arguing about reproductive rights lately, and he doesn't really care, and that enrages me. It's the next morning, and I'm not in a very forgiving mood. I'm wondering who the fuck I married 12 years ago, and he's telling me it's not that bad. Am I overreacting?
No, but first of all, there must have been signs that this man, in the 12 years that they've been married, and this is the first time he brings this up. No, he must have these thoughts already, and either she won. It was like a red flag, right? And she just kind of ignored it. She's like, you know what? Maybe he's just doing the funny haha. He's just making a joke, and she never really thought about it as like a red flag. But now that she's probably grown up a little bit and, has her own opinions, now she's actually seeing clearer. Like, I don't think that she's overreacting, but like, girl, where were the signs? There had to been signs. I'm sorry. Your man can't just be not misogynistic one day and then wake up the next day and be like, you know what, I hate women. Like,
maybe he was hiding it. Maybe the whole time he was like super buttoned up about it, and then as soon as they dropped Roe v. Wade, he's like, I won, I waited, I'm good, let's go. And now he gets to be his true self.
Oof.
Seriously though, I agree with you 100%. I think that she is not overreacting, while at the same time, she's not really correct in what she said. Like, I think that she's more upset about everything else going on.
Right.
Than just this one thing with weight loss, because it is proven guys have testosterone. Testosterone helps with the weight loss process. Like, guess what? It's better to be a man in most cases physically. Sorry. Like, I'm not trying to say that as a person who's dehumanizing women, but it just is. We don't bleed for, 4 or 5 days out of the month. We don't have massive mood swings as a result. Our swimmers are pretty much always working and ready to get someone knocked up and never fail towards later in life. The worst thing that happens to us is we die early, but that's mostly because we have to deal with women our whole lives. So, I mean, oh.
Wow. Way to throw it in there.
But I do think you're right that this is more something that he probably always felt this way. Mm-hmm. And either he feels more comfortable as he's gotten older and is in a 12-year relationship with her, or she's changed on how she feels about things. And maybe there's even more stuff going on where like he lost his job or he's having a bad week or something. And he's like, no, I'm going to get the win on this one. But the thing that's crazy to me is the I want to be a fly on the wall when they're talking about the reproductive rights thing.
Yeah.
Because I know that I joke about it, especially with the EP. I think it's disgusting that women in certain states do not have the legal option to do whatever they wish is correct to do with their body. And I'm not saying do, 182-week abortions where the child's been born and everything like that. No, but I am saying that if under, either under, ominous circumstances where it was an unwanted act that caused the child to be consummated, or if it was just a dumb night and you made a mistake and it's like, let's say, I don't know the medical timeline, so let's just say 8 to 12 weeks, okay? I still feel that's probably too early, but let's just say that. If it's in that timeline, or if it's even just getting a Plan B pill, look,
Yes.
the Plan B pill has saved me from being premature Papa Ryan a couple times, okay? Couple times. I don't know if I would have been ready to be a dad if it had gone down the way those other times had gone down. Mm-hmm. So that, I feel like those things should always be an option to a certain extent. Obviously, like I said, if you're in like your third trimester, I feel like that's probably like you had ample time to decide, and we're past that point. So, have it and give it to charity. I don't know, but
okay, just give it to charity.
What would you call giving it up for adoption? That's basically donating it to charity. Okay? Sorry that the stuff you take to Goodwill, you could just drop off into a bin, and this one you have to like give to somebody, but it's the same thing. Just leave it in a car seat in front of the fire department. They'll take care of it probably.
By the way, they will take care of it.
No, they won't. They won't. I mean, they probably will call somebody, but they don't
call somebody. They don't take it. They'll call somebody.
But even then, I'm saying even then, it's not like it's not like they have a system in place. You just have to hope that they call the right person. And either way, don't drop it off at the fire department, okay? But yeah, I'm disgusted by all those things. Even though I joke about the fact that I have all the power in the house because my fiance doesn't even have the right to her body. I make jokes like that because it's me and her. I feel like I wouldn't go out into the street and just talk to some random chick and be like, hey, what's it feel like not being owner of your own body, you dumb bitch? Like, I just wouldn't do that. That's not a nice thing to do.
No, you shouldn't do that.
I should do it?
You should not.
Are you telling me to go do it right now?
I said you shouldn't.
All right, hold on.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Hold on one sec.
Oh, no. What did I do? I don't know what he's doing, y'all. Why is he like this?
Yeah, you!
Why is he like this?
Body, dumb bitch!
Imagine his neighbors downstairs. Yeah, exactly.
Why did you make me do that? That lady is so pissed off now.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't? You told me to do it.
I didn't do that.
Wow.
Replay it back 10 seconds, and I said I didn't say that.
I don't appreciate the fact that you told me to do something, and now you're gaslighting me into thinking that I wasn't supposed to do it. Why
you think I'm gaslighting him like every other episode, and I'm not?
I just call it how I see it. And
anyways,
as someone who has full control over the rights of his body, I feel like we should be listening to what I have to say a little more than you. Anyway.
Wow. Stung a little bit, especially that I live in Texas. Thanks, Ryan. Let's not forget that.
I mean, I don't need to know the laws of every state. I just know that they work for me as a man, okay? Judy's like,
anyways, coming on the next half.
Judy's actually offended at the moment.
Maybe we're not gonna have a second half. Maybe I'm just gonna log off for the night and go to sleep.
That's okay. I'll do the second half by myself. I'll just talk about all the political things that are great for men. That'll get all the views. All right, no, seriously.
It'll get all the views for you, of course.
Seriously though. Someone had the audacity, other than myself, to call Judy dumb, and I'm a little upset about it. So we're going to find out who this asshole was, and many other things coming up right here on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Woo! Welcome back to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at TABPOD. Also check us out wherever you social media. We have started a Patreon, so if you like us, if you want to support what we do, please, go check that out at TABPOD. Wherever you're at, please remember to like, subscribe, and share the content, because if you like it, most likely someone else will like it. I hope that's how that works. That should be how it works. Mm-hmm. Like, if either way. And then, of course, tell everyone that you like it. And you don't have to have full-on conversations. Just real quick, wherever you're at whatever public venue you're at. If you're at the gym, finish your workout. Right as you're getting ready to leave, just turn around at the door. Listen to a conversation with Judy and Ryan. And then you walk out that door. You're good. They're not going to remember you the next day. I promise you. They won't. They probably won't. Wear a different shirt. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, also remember, if you do join the Patreon, there is a tier that can get your name on the ticker that's happening right now. That's been going on throughout the show. So if you want to see your name in the big pearly lights. Pearly lights? I don't know. If you want to see your name on this...
Bright lights?
Yeah, but there's no light. It's a ticker. Like, I don't know. If you want to see your name scrolling in a really cool fashion, like ESPN used to be cool back in the day, please go join the Patreon. $5 a month gets you there.
Yay.
Okay, Judy, who's the dick that called you dumb and why?
Okay, so...
Also, I swear, if you just tricked me into calling Otis dumb, I'm going to be real upset, okay? I better not have just put Otis under the bus.
No, it was not Otis.
Okay.
It was one of Keith's friends, his friend, the wife, anyways.
Okay, so one of his friend's wives.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, she's cool, don't get me wrong. They're great people, love them as a couple and their family, but... It's rubbed me the wrong way, and I still think about it because this happened like a few months ago. We were over at their house for a barbecue, and we were just talking. I was like, "Oh yeah," I accidentally said I've read about 30 books. I go, "Sorry, I meant to say I've listened to about 30 books since the year started." And she said something where, "Oh yeah, because how could you read 30 books since the year started?" And I go, what? I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. I just kind of brushed it off. But then her daughter said something about something like, oh, because they all love to read. And I go, am I just dumb? Because I hate reading. I don't know if it's just me. I can't physically sit somewhere and read something and it just clicks. But when I'm listening to it, it clicks so easily for me. Maybe it's like some kind of learning disorder. Who knows what that is? But I just felt so like dumb. And she didn't call me dumb, but I'm like, because it's always like you're always smart because you're always reading and things like that. I'm like,
So what I will say is I do think that reading gives your brain a form of exercise that just listening to it does not. But what I will say with that is that that's not exclusive to reading. So if you do things like Sudoku or crosswords or even to an extent coloring or any kind of, endeavor in which you're having to utilize your brain in other ways than just passively. So if you're utilizing it actively, I think that it executes the exact same kind of things. It might not help your vocabulary because of that. I'm talking about if you're doing the other things other than reading, but it's still, you're exercising your brain. You're not making it a big moppy mess. Mm-hmm. But as far as listening to a book compared to reading it, look, you probably have a form of ADD or ADHD, as many of us do, because we grew up in front of a screen, and now we're seeing that screens give us an extra form of ADHD. You know what, actually, I think it is? I don't think it's the screens as much. I think it's the social medias. Let me tell you, back in my day, we didn't have all these fancy TikToks and Twixes and Facebook. No, but seriously though, I do think social media, in the same way that it has made the news cycle so much faster. We used to take and hold on to a story for months. Remember the British nanny that shook the baby and killed it? We held on to that thing for months and almost a year even. You don't even remember with your young ass.
Sure don't. I was like, what, babysitter? What?
Yeah, it was probably back when I was like in grade school, and the baby was crying, and because I think the baby was teething, but I don't remember, but it was crying, and the nanny shook it so hard that the baby passed away. And this it was like the JonBenet Ramsey thing, where that story was it captured the entire country for months. Where the Melendez brothers, when they killed their parents, captured the country for months on end. Nowadays, it would be like the Wade Wilson killer, where you talk about it one day, maybe you talk about it at the end of the trial when he's found guilty, and that's it. Because we're so inundated with so much information all day, every day. It's the same thing. Your form of entertainment you like is TikTok. TikTok, you're going through, I know it doesn't seem like it, you're probably in an hour looking at like 70, 80, 100 videos minimum. Because even the one, because you're sitting there for the good ones, right? But the ones that you're not, you're like 3 seconds, no, 3 seconds, no, 3 seconds, no. So that has sped up our mentalities on a lot of stuff. So sitting and reading makes it it's something that's a lot harder to do when you've automated your brain to be on such a faster pace type thing. And I say that, I used to read the shit out of comic books. I have so many graphic novels around this thing that I've read like way when I was earlier, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to relive my good days, and I'm going to read all these again. And I'll sit, and it's got pictures even, and I'm trying to read it, I'm like, it's fucking boring. God damn. Oh man, Spider-Man always is boring shit.
Right.
And I don't feel that way about Spider-Man, but the fact that I'm sitting there and being not forced to, but ingested in this way that is so much slower than everything else that I ingest with media. Now, at the same time, maybe that says something about me, that I need to have a better command of my mental faculties and sit down and try and force myself to read the same way that I force myself to go to the gym and all these other things, right? So that's just mind over matter to a degree. But the world that we live in has dictated, sorry, there's Legos everywhere. The world that we live in has dictated that everything has been sped up. So not being able to sit and concentrate on a specific thing can be tough. What I would suggest to you, Judy, is that you give yourself a time limit. So you sit down and you set a timer for, let's say, bless you.
Excuse me.
Let's say 5 minutes for the first one. And you have to force yourself to read for those 5 minutes. And over time, it's like a muscle. You're exercising it. It should get, if the book is good, it should get easier. Or at one point, you'll be like, no, I'm enjoying this. I'm going to keep reading. Something like that. You know, it probably also doesn't help that your husband has to read stupid notes from the kids all day or whatever they're writing about. He just comes home, the generation's screwed. Don't read anything because these kids are dumb.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think that, I don't think it makes you dumb. And I will say that the person who said read 30, you could easily read 30 books. It just, you wouldn't do anything else. You wouldn't do TikTok. You wouldn't do television. You wouldn't do movies. You could read 30 books in however many months or whatever. It just, it sounds off because no normal person would probably do that. So
true. Very true.
Plus, if you were dumb, you wouldn't have any kind of cool job updates going on, which I know you do. And dumb people can't have cool stuff happening at their job, except Nepo babies who just, they just keep getting pushed up the corporate ladder because of nepotism. Please, I hope you're not a victim, or I hope you're not getting nepotism stuff right now. That's going to make me look real bad.
No, no. No, but I just had a quick update because it just happened earlier today. So y'all know I've been working like this side job just for funsies, honestly, like just extra money, whatever. They offered me a full-time position, and after some negotiating, I actually accepted the position.
Ooh.
Yes.
So what are you doing now?
Excited. It'll be more of a project coordinator, project management.
Oh.
For a podcast company, and I am very excited. And
are you gonna get us in? Like, have them open up an I know it's medical podcast or whatever.
It is a medical.
Have them open up an entertainment division. Okay.
I'll put the give me like a year and then I'll
a year. I'm almost 40-ish. Okay, I don't have time.
Nobody knows how old you are, Ryan.
Exactly, but I'm constantly almost 40. Okay, I don't have time to wait a year. Okay. Okay, so Judy, here's what I want you to do. Okay.
Okay.
On your first day, I want you to do an all staff email. Okay. And in the body, not in the body, nothing in the body, but in the subject line, listen to a conversation with Judy and Ryan. Okay? Just do that. That's the best way to make a first impression is by telling people about an awesome podcast that they will love. Okay?
Okay.
You're not going to do it. You don't believe in this podcast, Judy. Okay?
How dare you?
I'm just saying, if you did...
How dare you?
If you did, then you would do it. That's all I'm saying.
If I did, I would do it.
Yeah, I do 3 all staff emails daily. Okay.
There's like
the CEO
3 people in your. There's 3 people in your boutique. Okay.
Well, I don't work for that company, but I still, because of the way it's built, I have to have access to everyone.
Okay.
You know what I'm going to start doing, actually? I don't think the all-staff email is working as much. They probably block me. I'm going to do all-staff teams. All-staff team messages.
Ooh, and just drop the link in there.
There we go.
You don't even have to search for it. You just drop the link to our channel.
People, listen to the woman, okay? Just drop the link in Teams.
Just drop the link in Teams. It doesn't even have to be a specific episode. It's just our whole channel. Yeah. So y'all can just get the overview of the amazingness.
You got Slack? Put it in the Slack feed.
Slack, Teams, Jabber, whatever else is out there. I don't know. Google Message.
Honestly, it's whatever. So many people are on Windows. It's just whatever Microsoft uses. That's what I know about Teams.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to use Google at my office.
What do you mean? It's like
you can go on. I can go on to like the Google website. But if I try to use Google Chrome, if I try to access any of my Google Docs, anything like that, it's shut off. Exactly. No, they don't flag. They just say no. Like the screen just no. Okay.
Just big no.
I tried. So the way that the internet is set up right now is that anytime, not just if you open a new window, but anytime you open a new tab, it opens up to that company's home screen. It's the most fucking annoying thing in the world. Because what happens every time is that I'll open a new tab and I'll start typing where I want to go. And while I'm typing, it will get rid of everything I've typed and go to that home screen. And now I'm just looking at the stupid mascot of my stupid company. You've ruined my day. You've ruined it. So I can't even change that because I tried to go and change that in the settings, it says run by your system administrator.
Oh, god damn.
They treat us like children on so many different levels. This is why I'm never going to be 40. If I'm still getting treated like a child, why would I ever grow up? It doesn't make any sense. No, okay, going back to your job though, that's so cool that you're getting a new job and it's like now you're not going to be an assistant anymore. Like you're going to have assistants.
Well, it's they're technically still like a startup company, so there's only like 4 other employees there, but like still.
Oh, well. No, I get that. I don't mean like you're going to have it immediately, but I'm just saying like over time, you know, as a project manager that managers get people to assist them to manage.
Yes, I'm very excited, and they've been so chill. So I'm still gonna do my side job until I start. I mean, until I officially start, because I don't officially start till September 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah. So they asked me, they're like, do you want to give your job a notice? I was like, yeah, honestly, like I love my current job, and I don't want to kind of
burn bridges,
throw everything in, I was gonna say throw everything in the fire, right? Because I've done so much, and I know how hard it is to build everything back up as you're starting, with a new person in. So I don't want that to happen. And so I'm like,
here's a question for you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you give your notice and they're like, we don't want you to leave. And you're like, well, sorry. It's like, okay, we'll double your salary.
Ooh. Doubling my salary.
Okay, let's say not double. Let's not say double. But they say, okay, how much you making now? Mm-hmm. And then they give you 10% on top of that.
But I would still have to go into the office. Probably not.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the fully remote aspect of my new job is exactly what I wanted.
You're going to be the kind of person who works from home that all of us hate, where your job, you can do your job in 3 hours. So all day you're just carrying around a cell phone with you in case someone needs you right then and there. And you're really just out shopping, getting your nails done. Oh,
I'm with my laptop with me.
It's going to be the worst. I'm already upset with your new job. I'm gonna send someone an email and you're gonna get fired. Sorry, I have to do it. I have to do it for my sake. I'm sorry.
Before even I start.
Exactly. I'll be
lose that offer letter she just said.
Just so you know, Judy is pro anti-women's rights. Do you really think that you want someone at your place who does that? I don't know about you. Judy once voted for a cactus for president. Do you think that that's good project management material? I don't know.
A cactus.
I'm gonna leave Yelp reviews.
I will never tell you what company this is.
I mean, how many doctor podcast companies can there be?
Who knows?
Based out of Texas.
But they're not. That's the thing.
Oh, they're not?
No.
I'll figure it out eventually. I'm savvy with the Google when I'm not at work, when I'm allowed to use it. Oh, seriously though, congratulations. That's so cool for you. I'm so proud, or not proud, like I'm your dad. I'm so happy for you that, something worked out, and as a result. So are you making more money though?
I'm making the same. They're matching my salary, but you have to take into account that I don't have to drive 2 hours of my day, and I'm just here.
No, I get that. I totally understand that. It still will make you more money. It's the same thing when I switch from one emporium to one boutique. The fact that now I'm filling my gas tank once every 2 weeks rather than once every 3 days, that definitely adds some money to your pocket.
Yes.
I don't know. I still would have been I need 2% more.
Well, they actually lowballed me, and then I had to negotiate for my current salary.
And I'm saying I would have negotiated for 2% more. That's me. I would have lied and said that this is actually how much I'm making. But no, you said this is how I make. You were honest.
Well, I
dummy.
didn't say this is how much I'm making. I said
You said this is the minimum I can accept, which we all know means that is at least what you're making now, if not a little more. That's just the rules of negotiation 101. We all know what that means. So they said, fine, we'll pay her what she makes.
Yes.
Next time, let me negotiate for you, okay? You would have been...
No, it's okay.
Yes, you would have had more money and you wouldn't have to work, okay? And our podcast would be on their front page. So, team player over here, just saying.
Okay. All right. Next time
Next time you interview at a podcast company. Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
So I came across this video, and this video took place on the Fresh and Fit podcast, but it's being presented by Hustlers in the Hood because they basically just go around and rip things from other channels and present them as their own, and that's how they make their money, right? But regardless, it was a very interesting video that I wanted to share with you guys. So give me 1 second. Let's listen to this. Oh, it would help if I had turned the volume back on it. Yeah? Where's the volume now? I don't even know. Because it's stupid YouTube Shorts and not regular YouTube. So where's the... Oh, there it is right here. See, it's hiding from me. It's right there. There we go. All right.
If a man has been through it and he hasn't actually dealt with it, and you want to push it out of him, you gonna see some shit.
But I might push it.
Baby, talk to me. What's wrong? Because he's quiet for 3 hours. He don't want to talk to you right now.
Because he was probably taught as a child.
That's not true. It just how they wired. They're not always talkative. They need their space. They don't always want you in their face. And if you are going to be in their face, why are you nagging about why he's been quiet? Rub that man's feet while he's quiet. Sit on his lap while he plays his game. A lot of girls complain about women.
So
I'm trying to hear what the other girl was saying.
We'll get to that.
Background.
We will get to that one. Let's start with the main girl. Mm-hmm. And I would like to let all the women out there know she's spitting some facts right now. Like, sometimes guys are just so inundated with everything going on in their mind, and they're so upset about something that they need to hold it in and kind of let that steam simmer out rather than you just open up that whole pot and boosh right in your face, all the steam. And a lot of women don't understand that because on the flip side, when they're upset, they want someone talking to them. They want someone doing all these things to really make sure that they're understood and everything. And I would just like to say, if he is not talking to you, it's not, unless y'all got into a fight, right? Let's take that part out of it. But if he's not talking to you, you asking him if he is okay every 30 seconds is only going to piss him off more. I'm not going to sit here and say that you should be rubbing his feet. It'd be nice, though. I'm not going to sit here and say that you should be doing that, but he has expressed to you, I need some time to just not talk. You need to respect that. And if you can't respect that, then you need to not be in the relationship with him. You obviously have realized that y'all two do not connect and go on with that. Mm-hmm. Now, going to the other chick, actually, before we do that, Judy, have you experienced this before?
Yep.
Yep.
No, I'm just saying, I guess it's because I haven't been in this kind of relationship that I do have with Keith, that I've never experienced that before, where somebody's like, I just need to not, I'm just going to go lay down. And I'm like, you know what? I respect that. That's, before I would have been like, oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. What's wrong? There's something wrong. Tell me what's wrong. But then you kind of and you you grow, and, you have that communication where it's they say, don't bother me for the next few hours. And it's okay. You can't take it personally. It's nothing against us. You still love us at the end of the day. We know.
100%.
It's just something that they go through. And it's not like women don't go through that either. We just probably handle things differently than how men do. And that's just, it's what
a good way to look at it from both ends is it's a form of overstimulation, mm-hmm. right? We're just feeling that if we don't get some time to just simmer, like I said, and just get through this, mm-hmm. we're going to explode, and we're going to explode on whoever is there next to us. And that's not fair to you, and we understand that that's not fair to you. But at the same time, do you want us going out for 4 hours while we calm down? I mean, it most likely no. You would prefer that you're not out causing a ruckus. Now, if you want to go, you go for a walk. you know, you go for a run, something like that, that's different, right? I'm just saying, hey, I'm in a bad mood. I'm going to be out for a while. You don't want that. You don't want that to happen. Now, on the flip side of that, too, women are wired differently also. So when they're upset about something, they want you to at least pretend like you are wanting to have that conversation. What you do is, are you okay? I'm fine. All right, come on, let's talk. Well, and then as soon as they start going, you phase out a little bit, right? You just let them express themselves. And I say that not to be like, oh, we don't have to. No, I'm saying that because women are venting when they're doing that. And if you are actually trying to pay attention to every little thing that they're venting about and give them constructive criticism about that, it's just going to make that fire go boom. They don't want construction on that. And that's kind of sadly how most men are built, where we see a problem. Well, let's see how we can go about fixing the problem. Maybe not we have to fix it for you, but let's see how we can fix it. In that moment, they don't want it to be fixed. They want to be able to just release all the wrath, all the pain, all the badness about this topic. And that's how they will feel better about it. And now going over to this other chick who, and it's literally happening right there. She, rather than just say, oh, that's an interesting way of understanding it, I never thought of it like that because of X, Y, and Z, instantly is saying, no, their parents did this, or as children they did this, or da-da-da-da-da. No, not everybody had a bad childhood. Not everybody had bad parents. Some people, a lot of people, just need time.
Yeah.
And like you said, Judy, the fact that they're not talking to you, it doesn't mean that they don't like you. It doesn't mean they don't want to be around you. In fact, it means that they trust you more than anything else in the world. Because if I didn't feel comfortable enough with you to be in that state of mind, I'm not going to be around. I'm going to say, I'm going out for a couple hours, see you when I'm better. And that's it. Yeah. But if you go and you poke and you prod and you do all this, you're forcing them out the door. In the same way that when you're upset and your man doesn't talk to you, you're going to go to your girls and be like, oh, that motherfucker doesn't even care about me. I'm going to go find me a good man. Yeah. No, you can't do that. It's got to be you got to meet in the middle on this.
Yeah.
And it's happened. I'm glad you talked about it with Keith. I do this shit all the time. All the time. I had a moment 2 weeks ago. I came home from work and I just said, I don't want to say anything. And the EP looked at me with her big doughy eyes and was like, oh, you don't want to talk? And I was like, I just can't. And she go, okay, I understand it. And I swear to God, I didn't talk for the rest of the day. I went to bed and I maybe had said after work 3 words in total, 5 words in total. Sometimes we just need that. I woke up the next day. I gave her a hug. I said, thank you so much. And she said, whatever you need, love. And we've been good. She hasn't brought it up because she just knows sometimes I can't deal with anything. And 99% of the time, it has nothing to do with her. It has nothing to do with what's going on in the house or with my family or anything. It's probably some dumb shit that happened over and over again at work that I have zero control over. So me not talking is a way probably of me taking that control back and just getting myself into a mental space where I'm finally feeling okay. And it's not fair for anyone to dictate how long or how I should deal with that.
Yep.
God damn, why don't you fucking listen? I don't know if you saw on her face too, like she's like giving this side-eye look too, like, man, that's not correct. I can't wait for someone to cheat on her.
Look, and I know there's like some women who would call that girl who's saying all the facts that I think is facts. There's women out there who would call her a pick-me. And it's
I will say the foot rubbing thing felt like a pick me thing.
Fine, but still.
And that's me reading so much into it. So I agree with what you're saying. That's me reading so much into it. Like, because, and the reason I say that is because for me, if I'm in that mode where I don't want to talk, I also don't want someone doting over me. And the reason I say it's because it makes me just feel like, oh, I should be, if she's doing this for me, it makes me feel like I should be doing better and I shouldn't be feeling the way that I am, which then enrages me even more, right? Mm-hmm. So I get what she's saying. She most likely just meant it like, just make sure that he feels like he's taken care of. Guess what, ladies? You want us to feel like we're taken care of? You just say to us one time, no worries. I will let you take care of this however you want. As soon as you need anything or as soon as you're ready to talk, I'm here for you. That's it. You tell me that, and I now am so over the moon of how happy of the situation is for how I could be anyway. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true.
I hadn't thought about her being a pick-me girl. Because it's that weird area where she's spitting facts and she's going against what other girls are saying. So yeah, they would call her that, but the other girls are wrong. What? It's a weird. See, the world's weird, man. The world's weird.
It'd be weird out there. It'd be weird.
All right. Before we get out of here,
yes,
Judy, you put something on Twitter or Twix the other day that really depressed me when you said you were looking at townhomes in my area and they're as much as actual homes are in your area.
Yes, I was very shocked. I go, damn, this is how much they're going for? Like, what?
Look, it's ridiculous out here. And like I said, the only way that I'll ever be able to afford a home is if I just become a millionaire somehow, if I hit the lotto, because that's the American dream now. The American dream is hitting the lottery. Remember, we discussed it last week.
Yes.
Or if I move into a part of town that I would never choose to move into. And I'm not saying that to degrade anyone. Whatever you do to make your life better, if you have to buy a house in a neighborhood that wouldn't be considered a good neighborhood or whatever, that's fine. That's not something, and that's not me just making that decision. That is a decision that we as a household have made. Right. That there are certain areas that we would rather not move to. And as a result, it's taken all the houses that maybe I could afford. Those are gone. But also those houses are probably like real shitty. I was reading, I like to go on our insurance on Reddit. Mm-hmm. And a person was talking about how they couldn't afford their deductible because they had bought a house last year and that used up all their savings. And then since their house has been bought, they weren't able to save anything because they had to do stuff like replace the hot water heater, replace the HVAC system, replace the some of the roof or whatever, and then they had a pipe burst in their ceiling, so now they can't cover their deductible. And in my head, I'm not thinking about the fact that the pipe burst and they have to take care of the deductible. I'm thinking, that's a shitty house that you bought. You had to fix 5 things in the first year. You know, like also maybe you should have gotten a warranty. Who sold you this house? And did you give them a pack of beans? Was this a Jack and the Beanstalk deal
like,
going on?
Who did your inspection?
Yeah.
Let's be real here. Did you even pay for the inspection?
But that's the thing is that with houses, in our area that I might be able to afford, there's so many risks that go along with that as well. And I get it. Homeownership is a risk. You just have to jump. But okay, there's jumping off.
You gotta be smart about
there's jumping off a chair and then there's jumping off a bridge. Okay, like there's different jumps.
There's different levels to it. Yes.
But you were doing that, and in that, because you are a homeowner, you realize that there's different things that you may not have cared about in the past. Okay, like what?
Okay, I have a little list that I created. Okay, so one of the top things is watering our house.
Like the
Now,
actual house or like the landscape?
So both, but let me talk about it because I didn't know it was a thing. And so the other day, Keith and I were in our backyard, and I go, look at this. Like there's like a little gate between the foundation of our house and our yard, like like a little 1 inch. And I told Keith, I go, I remember seeing about people watering their houses, and so I was like, is that a thing? Are we supposed to be doing that? Then my mind starts running. I was like, oh my God, we should be doing this. Like, I don't want anything to mess up. And so, obviously the thing that we do is we call Keith's dad and was like, hey, tell us about this.
Your dad right now is so offended. He's like, I'm a homeowner.
No. It's different though.
It's different.
No, the soils in Vegas are different than the soils out here. So.
I bet he can't wait to hear this. If he doesn't listen, I know that, but I bet he can't wait to be like, oh yeah, it's different. That's why I don't get to give my daughter any advice. Yeah, it's fine, totally fine. Happy Father's Day.
Why do you? Anyways, back to my story.
I'm gonna go have a caffeine-free Diet Coke.
Damn. Okay. So
don't talk to me.
Oh my God, because the area we live in was farmland. Our soils are different than like the soil that Keith's parents' house is built on, because theirs is built on like stone.
Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Or
did you just say
not
you couldn't?
stone.
No. I'm not. Did you say though that you couldn't talk to your dad because the soil is different, but then you talk to Keith's dad even though their soil is different?
But I don't
know. Give me
anyways,
a goddamn caffeine-free Diet Coke now!
Anyways, regardless, I don't know why you took this. Doesn't even matter to the story.
I'm offended for your dad. I'm offended for him.
Okay. My dad doesn't listen, so he won't get offended.
That's why I'm offended for him. Somebody needs to be offended. All right, I'll stop.
Anyways,
go.
Okay.
So you're watering this. You're watering this patch of dirt.
No, so our whole house, because we're on this farmland soil, it shifts. It's like if it doesn't rain, it'll shrink. If
the house itself.
No. The surrounding landscape.
Okay.
Will shrink and pull away from your foundation, which is not good for your house.
Okay.
And that's why you have to make sure it's properly watered. So you want to water your foundation and you want to water your landscape so they stay coherent together and it doesn't shift your whole foundation. And I never thought that I would have to be out here watering my house. I go, what the fuck? Who thought of this? So now that's what we're doing. We're watering our house.
Okay, you're watering the whole house.
We're watering the house. And on top of this, I lived in Las Vegas for so long. I never had a sprinkler system. I lived in apartments and I never had a sprinkler system. Our rental didn't have a sprinkler system. Our new house has a sprinkler system and we've had to learn how to use our sprinkler system. And I go, God, this is just the little things that I'm we never thought about it. Now, especially we haven't been getting much rain. We do have to water our yard. And I go, Keith, how do we use the sprinkler system?
I don't know. I just bought the house because you liked it. I don't know. You kept saying, I want it. I was like, fine, fuck, sprinklers.
Yeah, right. Sprinkler system. How do we use that? What is this? And so, it was just a little,
aren't they kind of simple? It's just a dial that's usually in your garage, right?
It's very simple. And I just, I overthought it and everything like that. But it's just
Do you guys have watering schedules like we do in Nevada?
No.
Because that to me is the one thing that I would get messed up on. Not so much I wouldn't be able to use the automated system, but I would forget. And then I would get a fine in the mail where it's just hey, you're not allowed to water on Sundays, you dick. And honestly, so in my apartment complex, that's the thing that messes with me, because in the summer they do change it to where they don't water the grass until like 9:30, 10 at night, which is when I usually take the dog out.
Yeah.
So normally I'm just like, all right, it's cool. And then nowadays I have to be like I'm in the jungle wondering if I'm hearing a predator, because if that sprinkler system starts,
Yeah.
I go, run, because we have been caught a couple times where the sprinklers were right in the middle of the grasses, and I was like, ah! So know your watering schedule, people.
Yeah, know your watering schedule. So on top of that, and I mean, just watering the grass. And now because we live in an HOA, I told Keith, we have to take care of our grass, because if the HOA sees our grass is all dead, they're going to tell us like, bitch, you got to change your grass or I'm going to fine you a lot of money. So, all these things just start adding up. It's like, oh my God, like I never really thought about this. Like now we have a lawn guy who like comes and mows our yard.
Oh God. You have a landscaper, a lawn guy.
No. He just mows
They're
our
called
yard.
they're called landscapers still.
Oh, I was just
It's like
we
it's
call
just
him the
because-
mower. So I'm like, he's a mower.
God. That's like, well, she only serves drinks on the flight, so is she really a flight attendant? God, Judy.
Anyways, we have a landscaper kid who does her yard.
Oh, it's a child? Oh, okay, never mind. Fuck him, he's a mower. If he's under 18, he doesn't get the right to call himself a landscaper.
I actually don't know. I don't know how old he is, but he looks.
He's probably 20. He's probably 28.
He's
And
probably
you're calling
like
him a
20.
kid right now.
Probably
He's
like
got
22.
He's got 3 kids and a mortgage, and you're like, this mower kid.
No, he's probably like 22, 23, if that. But
Get his ID. Get his ID. Find out. Just say that you need it for tax purposes.
No.
I'm honestly, it's amazing what you can get away with telling people that you need information for tax purposes. I get so many calls. I need this and this and this. I don't think I can give it to. It's for the taxes. Okay, here you go. Fuck it.
Get to know them if for future reference.
There you go.
Why do you need this info for taxes?
Yeah. Look, it's a whole thing. My accountant said that I need to get anyone who I do business with, that I need to get their ID. Some weird law that you know how Texas be with their laws. They just enacted this new thing, but it can get me a break. So if you could just give me your fucking ID, I'll be no. Oh man. Anything else that we need to know about?
Wow. Oh, sorry. So there is that. And another thing I never thought about being worried about is our storm drains getting clogged.
That's more, honestly, I'll say that's more of a you being in Vegas most of your life thing, because we don't have storm drains out here because we don't have leaves, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we don't have storm drains and we don't have to worry about them getting clogged because we don't have leaves. That's what I meant to say.
And it hardly rains. It's not big. Yeah. But because the other day, Keith was like, oh, did you know we have doves? I go, what? We have doves where?
In the storm drains.
Yes. He's like, yeah, McGriddle was like chirping over here by the window because all the birds were like, clamoring around. And I was like, do you think they built like a nest in our storm drain? I go, do we have to be worried that it's going to get clogged? And I just started spiraling again. So.
Oh, man.
It's fun times being a homeowner, y'all. It's just learning all the little things. And, you have to DIY everything. Like,
yeah.
If we're not spending any additional money on trying to find guys who could do it for us.
Yeah, we already have to pay a mower boy. So
our mower boy. Yeah.
Oh, man. Owning a home, something I'll never do. Anyway, thank you for listening to a conversation with Judy and Ryan. We appreciate it. Please, I know that you guys like to check us out on our personal socials. You can also, so make sure you check out Judy on Judy De La Hoochie on TikTok. I'm at Tadpop, but if you want my personal TikTok, Hello Kitty Feet Girl 14, you could find me right there. Have you used that yet?
His name.
Have you used it yet? So real quick before we go, I messed up and I put Hello Kitty Feet Girl for both my @ symbol and my name.
And your name. Yeah.
Oh, God. And it won't let you change it for 7 days after you change it. So every day I'm just like, is it 7 days yet? Can I please change I don't care about having my at Hello Kitty Feet Girl. I just don't. Why do I have to have my name like that too? But I messed up. That's why you always pay attention. When you're clicking the OKs, you just don't get excited. But yeah, check me out on TikTok at Hello Kitty Feet Girl 14. Oh, thank you guys again.
It's actually his name, y'all. Like, we're not playing around. It's actually his at symbol, and
I might have been messing around last week with Sylvia, although I feel like she wishes that she had gotten that name, but I stole it now. But no, that's actually if I'm lying, I'll give you for anyone who proves me lying, I'll give you $100. I'm not making it too big because then I wouldn't be able to afford it. But go find me, and then you'll see if I owe you $100. All right, that'll do it for this week's show. Thank you guys so much for listening. We do appreciate every moment that you share with us because your time is important, and so the fact that you choose to utilize us as part of it, that sounds like a sex toy, but the fact that you choose to make us a part of it really means something. Remember to check out our Patreon at TABPOD, and until next time, bye. Why couldn't you do it with me? Why'd you have to wait until I was done and then you do?
I don't know. I was waving first and then I forgot to say bye.
You just want to get the last word in. That's not cool. We're a team, and here you are making me look like an ass.
Okay. Bye.